Hi, I have in front of me here the Saab Mini Wireless Keyboard. Okay, so it just comes in this presentation box, which you can see in front of me. But before I actually get into this box, I'm just going to mention why specifically I've added it on and the range of uses you can possibly put it to. So specifically what's driven this decision is the fact that we have a Saab Mini, or we have a Saab triple tuner box, which we have here, and it comes with quite good internet functionality on it. So with this particular keyboard, we can actually just tie it off this particular box, and it allows us to browse the internet directly from this keyboard here itself. But equally, we could use this keyboard in conjunction, we'll say, with a PC that's either running Windows or indeed Linux, and indeed a range of other set-top boxes as well. Okay, so let's look at the other things that are inside the range here in terms of coming in the box itself. So we have the presentation box that I mentioned already, and what we have here is a user manual that's in English, and it's just listed a number of key features on it. And what we have here then is we have a cable. It's a USB port on one end, or USB for going to USB port on one end, and a mini USB on the other end. And the reason I would use this in conjunction with the wireless is it's used for charging the lithium battery that comes inside the remote control itself. So with that, actually, we'll just tilt up the remote or the wireless keyboard, and I'll just look at it here. So the key thing here to notice is that it's quite like a PC in terms of, we'll say, we have the F functions here, the numbers, a QWERTY keyboard, etc. We also have a trackpad here, and if we just look at the various different things here, if we rotate this and put it down, we can see in front of it here we actually have a laser pointer as well. Now you can use that particular feature. I generally would say I'd find the keyboard or the trackpad better, but it is an option here. If we just rotate it here now, we can see that there's a laser on-off switch here. And if we rotate it further just back to the end of this, we'll see that we have a mini USB port here to be used for charging, and also an on-off switch. And finally here, if we just, you can see here this partially pulled out now, but what I'm going to do here is just get my nail in here and pull this out. And if we look inside here, we have a USB dongle. Okay, and the idea of this is that if we wanted to pair it to a particular device, in this case this Saab triple tuner box, we simply pick it up, we push it in here, and it now knows that this wireless keyboard should work with this box. And at this stage here, we can actually slide this back in. So we have a storage device for it. So that's it. In terms of we'll say powering it on here, I'm just going to push the on switch here. And if we just look at the lights in the front, it might just give you a moment here to come along. But basically there's a series of displays here. So if we just turn it on, the light should just flash on the front of it. And when we're finished the use of it, just make sure to turn it off, because it'll drain the battery quite quickly if you leave it on the standby mode, even though you're not using it. So I find this wireless keyboard itself, it's an excellent product to add on to the range, and it just makes surfing, etc. via your set-top box that much easier. So that's it anyway, an overview of the Saab Mini Wireless Keyboard.